You want to sell your house faster and for more money? Well, staging is where you're going to want to start. Staging your home, it's kind of a secret weapon. It's what makes buyers fall in love with your home the second they walk through your door. But let's get real here. The thought of spending thousands of dollars on professional staging, well, that's enough to make pretty much anyone think twice. But here's the good news. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through 7 budget-friendly staging tips that are going to help you show off your home without absolutely draining your wallet. And here's the kicker. These are some straightforward tricks that actually help you sell your house faster and for more money. Sound like a plan? Well, stick around. Now, before we dive into the first step, I want to share a quick tip to kind of set the stage. Pun intended, by the way. The National Association of Realtors, they say that staged homes, they can sell for 3 to 30 times faster, and they can go for up to 20% more than homes that are not staged. So let that sink in for a moment. That could mean literally tens of thousands of dollars added to your selling price just by putting in a little effort. Now, you might be wondering, okay, Glenn, so what exactly is staging? Well, I'm going to break it down for you. First of all, staging isn't just about decorating. It's more about depersonalizing and neutralizing your home so that it's going to appeal to as many buyers as possible. It's not about making the place look pretty. It's much more about creating a blank canvas where buyers can see themselves living. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the first of these 7 tips that I have for you. Now, first things first, depersonalize. All right, buyers, they need to imagine themselves living in your home and not you and not your family. And it's tough for them when they're staring at your family photos or your kids' artwork on the fridge or those trophies of your softball league. So this is the deal. What you want to do is you grab some boxes and start packing up anything that is considered personal. So that means things like your family photos, quirky collectibles, personal artwork, and yes, even those magnetics, the magnets that you have on your fridge holding up pictures and so on and so forth. You do not want to skip over that. And also don't skip over the garage or the yard either. And look, there's a silver lining here. By getting rid of all of this stuff, it's going to jumpstart things on your packing when you actually need to pack up and move your home. So it's kind of a win-win. And I've got a question for you here. So when you think about it, when you walk into a resale home, so somebody's already living in the home, you walk into the home and they haven't put away all their personal items yet. And you compare that to when you walk into a pre-construction, pre-sale condo. So you walk in and it's been properly staged, professionally staged. Which one do you actually see yourself living in more? Which is easier for you? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to know if you agree with me. I think most people will say that when you walk into a pre-sale condo where it's been staged and it's very simplistic, it's not overly decorated, it's much easier to see yourself and your family living there. By the way, if you're new to this channel, my name is Glen Hopkins and I create videos all about Canadian real estate and my local market of Surrey and the Fraser Valley, BC. So, if that is something you're interested in, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe to this channel, hit that button, and that way you're not going to miss out on any of my upcoming videos. And also, of course, if you would like my help with either buying or selling a home, there is a link in the description box below where you can schedule a call with me. And if you are anywhere else in Canada and you need a referral to a fantastic agent, don't worry, I've got you covered. I know amazing agents throughout the country that I can gladly connect you with. Okay, so next up is to declutter. Now, I get it. Decluttering isn't anyone's favorite thing to do. It's not your favorite activity, but here's why it really matters. The goal is to give each room a clear purpose. So if you have a spare room and it's doubling as, say, a gym and an office or maybe even a craft room, it's time to narrow that down. You want to choose one purpose and, call it a home office and pack away all of the rest for now. Because when buyers tour your home, they want to see how functional the spaces, the actual spaces are. And the less clutter you have, the easier it is for them to actually picture themselves with their own stuff fitting perfectly in that room. So I want you to think of it kind of this way. Decluttering is like giving your home a breath of fresh air. It's going to highlight the space, and it's going to let the best features actually shine. And a quick tip here is that, while you're at it, don't forget to tidy up the closets, the cabinets, and the drawers. Buyers love to check out the storage space, so you want to keep these areas as neat as possible. Now, number 3 is a quick, simple trick that makes a big difference, and that is to use white towels and bedding in your bathrooms and bedrooms. Now, white just looks crisp, it looks clean, it looks great in photos, and it gives off this fresh, bright feeling when people are there in person as well. And the best part is you don't need to spend a fortune on high-end linens. Just grab some affordable sets on Amazon, go to Walmart, whatever, or your local dollar store. Just make sure that they're white, they're clean, and they're crisp. And, if you've got some neutral, colored bedding already, that's great. You can go ahead and use that. White is preferable, but if you have neutral colored bedding, that is also going to work for you. The ultimate goal here is really just to keep things looking clean and inviting. So if you can't get white, it's not the end of the world. Just go ahead and use a neutral set, a neutral color that is going to match the room's color, and it's as simple as that. Tip number 4 is throw pillows. Now, throw pillows, they're kind of a secret weapon. They can make any room look much more inviting and a bit more upscale as well. So you can find affordable pillows pretty much anywhere. And if you already have some pillows but they're looking a little bit worn, just go ahead, toss them in the wash, freshen them up a little bit. You can also get slip covers. They're also a great option for an instant style upgrade. So, if your room already has a lot of color, I would suggest that you go for neutral pillows to help tone it down. On the other hand, if your room's mostly neutral and you want to add a pop of color, you want to do that because that way it's going to catch the eye. It's these little small touches, but they can go a long way to make a room feel much more cozy and well staged. Now, the next tip might come as a bit of a surprise, and that is bigger is better when it comes to decorating. You want to oversize it. You might think that small items will make a room feel bigger or larger, but that's not quite right. Instead, what you want to do is, instead of filling up shelves with a bunch of small knickknacks, you want to pick 1 or 2 larger items that will really make a statement. And big items, they're going to give that room a grand feel, and they're going to make it look completely finished. Now, this also goes for furniture as well, by the way. So you want to choose a few substantial pieces rather than scattering small pieces or items of furniture all over the place. And trust me, this is going to make the room look, not just more spacious, but intentional. Speaking of which, let's talk about mirrors and artwork, because they're going to be your go-to tool for adding some style to pretty much any room. So if you think about it, a large mirror can really make a space feel brighter and bigger at the same time. Also, oversized artwork will add a dramatic focal point to a room. So if you have some larger artwork, that is going to be great to hang up to create that focal point. And let's talk hanging for a second, okay? Because one of my biggest pet peeves, well, it's got to be artwork that is hung too high. I mean, it completely drives me nuts. And whenever I have stagers come into a home, it drives them nuts as well. So to make a room feel cohesive, you really want to try and hang that artwork right at eye level. Okay. Now, if you're a taller guy, drop it a little bit, but somewhere in the middle, somewhere around eye level is where you want the focal point of the artwork that is being hung. And I know this might seem like a small detail, but trust me, it's going to make a big difference. Now, in just a second, I'm going to reveal the most important tip of all. But before I do that, if you are finding these tips helpful, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button, okay? It really helps me get the word out to other homeowners just like you looking for this kind of information. All right, last but not least is definitely going to be greenery. Okay, so you want to add at least one plant or flower arrangement in every room because it's going to breathe life into that space. And if you're not much of a green thumb or a plant guy, no worries. Okay, fake plants work just as fine. I have fake plants all over my house. They never die. You never have to water them. Just have one in every room. And, even a small potted plant, on the kitchen counter, or a vase with some flowers on the dining room table, it can totally change a room's vibe. And these little touches, they're going to make your place feel much more welcoming, like something or somewhere where buyers can actually see themselves living. I could go on about staging probably most of the day, and it's just because it's something that I deal with on a regular basis when helping people sell their homes. Whether it's how to arrange the furniture, what window treatment is going to work best, room by room breakdowns. But here's the thing, I don't want to overwhelm you here. The tips that I've shared today, they're going to be a solid starting point to help you get your home market ready. But there is one other staging hack that can really help you seal the deal. And I'm going to be covering that in my next video. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do subscribe so that you don't miss out on that video. And in the meantime, what I recommend you do is check out this next video popping up right now on how to sell your home for top dollar and some of the common pitfalls that you want to avoid. And if you're thinking about selling and you want to have a chat, go ahead, schedule a call with me right now using the link in the description box below. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video.